Hello guys, welcome to Gusto Reactions. Yet again, thank you so much for always liking and sharing, subscribing, telling everyone about what we do right at Gusto TV. Big Lala is right here today, and of course we've got no other person than Odogwu himself, Burna Boy, in the building, of course, with the one and only Angelique Kidjo. Yes, Burna Boy, major talent, but does not come without the controversies. I mean, anywhere he goes, get awards and everything, also packs a lot of controversies, along with him. Would you say that has worked for him?
Well, initially in his career now, it was one of the major turn-offs for a lot of people. But then he started being successful with it, and then whether people liked it or not, it didn't really matter. The fact that he was being successful and he didn't need to be a certain type of way was the deal breaker for him.
Now, Angelique Kidjo, of course, when she won this award at that time, called Burna Boy, her boy, and of course supported him, saying, "Oh, maybe he's gonna win the next year." Burna, of course, relationship with Angelique Kidjo kind of like, come like say then girl come kind of transport the way that they work together on and everything. This was a really dope picture, at that time, and it is still a very dope picture. Burna Boy, I know you're pained. If I show you this next slide, I'm sure you'll be pained because this one got to you very well. Burna Boy, wait, nah.
Water under the bridge.
Burna Boy coming out to say, "Oh, unprogressive, fools and all of that." That one I know got you at that time. Now, Burna Boy is not new to coming up with all of these things. At the time, he talked about Funke Akindele, blasting Nigerians for the Funke Akindele saga and everything. Of course, during the NSAS protest too, it was the same thing. And Burna Boy as well claimed that he's not a Nigerian artist. All of these things, controversies upon controversies. But of course, this guy is unapologetic.
Okay, he is, and he's unapologetic, right? Yeah. Fine, nobody says he should apologize for anything, but sometimes he needs to be sensitive to other people. To people around him. Like, for example, people from the same climate as you, Nigerians, right? Like you said, that person don't talk or comment one time, say, make I forget this thing now.
Forget that.
I don't forget that. Now you bring them up. But things like that, he knows how to sometimes,
rile up people
and say things that, you can be wise, you can think about these things, but it's not everything you think about that you say with your mouth. And that's where I think sometimes is. Hey, I don't even want to discuss with brother.
Do you think there's an incident or there's been an occurrence in the past, from let's say 3 years ago till now, that you think Burna Boy should actually still apologize for?
There's so many, but not
just one.
But me, I'm not looking out. The screenshot you showed, that's one. Yeah. That's just one of it.
You think you should apologize?
There's a constant make una be mumu kind of what's it called, reactions we get. He's always towards Nigerians, like, or especially towards Nigerians, like, you guys are foolish, you don't know what it is that you don't know what it is that you're doing, you don't know what you should, you don't know anything basically. I know better than you, and I think I'm in the position to say it's better than you. Get those kind of things. He's always constantly done that over the years, and it's just, people have grown to be like, that's the way you are, let's just leave it at it.
Exactly. I was going to ask, is that the kind of person he is, or he's doing this to
that's the kind of person he's always been, regardless whether it was 3 years ago or 4 years ago. That's the kind of person he's always been. And the only reason people will be like, just leave it at that is he's successful, right? So what else do you want to say to him?
Exactly.
You can't use anything to come back and say, oh, that's why you're this or that's why you're not. He's successful, right?
Exactly.
So he doesn't really need your support. With or without your support, he's successful.
Anyways, his second mommy has come out to say, truly, he's successful. Angelique Kidjo has said, leave my boy alone. Angelique Kidjo defends Burna Boy on unapologetic attitude. In this video, that I watched, some hours ago, I saw that video, Angelique Kidjo saying, "Oh, you guys should free Burna Boy. That kind of person he is. You know, he's confident of his art and everything." And of course, I mean, she's saying that. She said she's not saying that you should not humble yourself, but if it's sure for you, say you get this thing, then you shouldn't apologize for being the very best. He thinks that he's the very, very best, and so nobody should tell him, nobody should shut him up, basically. So she's saying that they should leave Burna Boy alone. He does not need to apologize to anybody for being the very best. Do you think that statement or that video?
For me, what I think Angelique Kidjo did here is just have his back, right? We know she likes the boy now.
Yeah.
I mean, the Burna Boy idolizes Angelique Kidjo.
Yeah.
Always wanted to work with her, and then he fulfilled those dreams, right?
Yeah.
So she can't put herself in that position of being someone who would bash him, even if it's the truth. So people like this, you can't expect them to be the one to actually say the truth when it comes to what we're discussing. People like this, people like Burna's mom. Burna's mom actually echoed the same thoughts as her during the Ebuka interview she had. And she goes, okay, you can say he's arrogant, but is arrogance a bad thing? She made sense of how it is, but you can be arrogant. That means you value yourself, Abi, which is the explanation Burna's mom gave. Burna values himself, knows the worth he carries. Fine, know the worth you carry, and I mean, show your worth and know that you worth. But you don't have to insult people in the process, which I'm pretty sure they don't want to admit, especially Angelique Kidjo and the mom. They don't want to. They don't want to admit that you don't have to insult people. You can be arrogant. Know your worth, right? Know your worth. Prove it that you're already proven your worth, right? And you know your worth. Nobody can bash you this way and bash you that way. But why now insult majority of the populace in the name of arrogance? It doesn't make sense. And they are not going to admit that. They are always going to have his back. If everything he says is as it is, right? That, for example, that screenshot, why was it deleted back then? Why was several other comments made on Twitter deleted? If you think the arrogance is fine, is a good look. But they deleted it. And I mean, Burna's mom is part of his team, right? She would be like, why is Burna's mom being the one to talk at award shows? Until recently, right? Yeah. Why are they not leaving him to leave his arrogance to him? Because it's such a good trait, right? It's not a bad trait anyway, but it's such a good trait, Abi. The boy is arrogant. That means he knows his worth. Understandable. But there's a way you can even come about it. Even Angelique Kidjo, she contradicted herself. She was like, oh, humility is key, right?
Humility is key, yeah.
She now went on to say, oh, because he's born now, people should leave him alone, even if he's unapologetic and things like that. Exactly. So what are you saying? You're either on this side or on that side. But people like...
So she was trying to play safe here.
Of course, she's trying to play safe, but she's not in the position, right, to be that person to say, oh, Burna, you need to at least cut down on your prideful arrogance and things like that. She can't be that person. Burna idolizes her. So she's as it is, she's biased when it comes to a Burna matter. She's biased when it comes to a Burna matter, biased when it comes to a Yemi Alade matter. Those two, she rates them so highly.
They are children.
they are like her stepchildren.
Yes,
so she cannot tell them the truth to their faces. And I understand it. So, but I won't come and say I take a word for it that yes, they should leave Burna Boy alone because he has an unapologetic attitude.
But I'm thinking that she's probably just saying that, you know what, you guys just free this matter. More like someone telling you,
even if we free the matter, is Burna going to free the matter? Give it 1 month or 2 months, we're still going to get another comment that has to do with Nigerians, Nakinikon, Namumu, Nabi this. Are we not going to get that kind of comments? We've been getting it consistently. What she's saying is that if you get those kind of comments and everything, just be more like pour out for him body, just leave him. And everything. Pay him no mind, pay him no attention. That's like one African mama way of looking at it.
More like a spoiled child. You know what? You don't spoil already. Just leave him.
But there's no correlation between someone being arrogant and being intentionally just being mischievous with words. Know that you're going to rile up people and just be like, I don't care now. So we are not be Nigerian artists. I can do as I wish with this. They are not important. That's what it is. Nigerian fans are not important to Burna Boy.
Exactly.
So that's what it is.
Anyways, guys, we've had like quite a whole lot on this topic. Angelique Kidjo defending Burna Boy's unapologetic attitude. What do you think about that one? Saying, Omo, leave my boy alone. If he's proud, if he's arrogant, if he calls you guys fools or anything at all, just leave this guy alone. Leave my boy alone. That is what Angelique Kidjo is saying already, giving Burna Boy that extra morale, extra support to go ahead and even do more.
Oh, Yagba.
And even do more.
Oh,
but of course, we'd like to hear from you guys. Put your comment down below. What do you think about Burna Boy getting all the support, from Angelique Kidjo? And of course, his mom also came on with Ebuka, some time ago, saying, "Oh, Burna Boy is arrogant, but is arrogance a bad thing? Do you think arrogance is a bad thing? And do you think Burna Boy should cut it short and of course reduce the whole thing, or it should continue? You two, which side are you on? Are you on Angelique Kidjo side, or are you on the side of the people who want him to tone it down a bit? Put everything down below. We'll see you on the next one, guys. Keep liking, keep sharing, subscribing. Peace.